We about to talk about this Danny Garcia, Errol Spence, Instagram. Swipe up if you want to chime in. I'm bringing people on my live. Make sure you chime in. Swipe up. What's going on, everybody? Let's wait till this thing pick up. We're going to talk about this. Danny Garcia, Errol Spence. Posting on Instagram, family. Hold up. Chime in. I'm bringing people on my... So what's going on, everybody? Let's go ahead and start talking to the people. Let everybody start coming in here. Hold on 1 second. Man, I'm excited. I am excited today. We got a boxing fan's dream tonight. Today's a boxing fan's dream for all my people out there. This is definitely a boxing fan's dream. We got Danny Garcia versus Errol Spence. Man, what a way to close out 2020. I got to say, man, I got to give Errol Spence his props because Errol Spence had a terrible car accident, you know what I'm saying? And he's fighting Danny Garcia. And I know Danny Garcia personally. I've trained at his gym. I actually held the world title camp at his gym before. Seen him train, seen him hit the heavy bag, seen him spar and all that stuff. And man, let me tell you, Danny Garcia could punch. You know, he's definitely a hard hitter. So, you know, I'm really excited about today's fight. Really excited about today's fight, man. But let's go ahead and say what's up to the people. Ricardo Johnson was good. Alex was good. Manila Thriller was good. East E was good, champ. Drabin Bradford, what's going on? Danny is tough. Yo, let's talk about it, man. How do y'all feel? How do y'all feel about this fight? You know, looking back on it, you know, when I first heard the announcement of this fight, the first thing I said was, damn, Errol Spence picked Danny Garcia. Out of all people, you're going to pick Danny Garcia. And I was actually I felt bad for Danny because I felt like people ain't giving Danny his props. You know what I'm saying? I felt like damn, you know, Danny Garcia has fought the best in the world. He could fight his ass off. He got a hell of a punch. And they just gonna pick Danny Garcia as the first fight. But I was like, you know what, this could be interesting. But then I heard the people talking, and the people were just like, oh yeah, Errol Spence is gonna knock Danny out. He's gonna walk Danny down. He's gonna destroy Danny, man. Danny bit off more than what he could chew. And I was like, wow, really? So y'all not gonna give Danny a chance? Like a guy who's a world champion, a guy who was a world champion, a guy who fought Sean Porter, a guy who fought Amir Khan in his prime and knocked him out, a guy who fought you know, Keith Thurman, a guy who fought you know, Eric Morales, who we ain't gonna count Eric Morales. You know, he did my man Eric Morales, you know what I mean, when he was already way past his prime. But you know, a guy who's proven, a guy who's legitimate. I mean, Danny Garcia, yes, he's slow. Danny Garcia, yes, he got wide punches. But let's not forget that all the fights he's lost raids. Raids are thin. There's a reason why guys aren't running down on Danny Garcia. There is a reason why guys aren't running down on Danny Garcia. So for me, I was very surprised by the reaction of the people. I was very surprised by the reaction of the people. But as you start looking at the fight, if I had to pick, I had to bet the house. You know what I'm saying? I gotta say, you know, I could understand why people are picking Errol Spence. I mean, Errol Spence, before he fought Sean Porter, was a beast. I mean, he was just tearing through the division. You know what I mean? And he was walking guys down and beating them up bad. Like, he really lived up to the man down. You know, for me, I was very impressed with Errol Spence. And then when he fought Mikey Garcia, he showed a side of him that he could box a little bit. He could box from the outside. You know what I mean? He could box from the outside. He has a boxing IQ. He also did the same thing to Lamont Peterson. A lot of people don't talk about the Lamont Peterson fight. But when he fought Lamont Peterson, he boxed Lamont also. And Lamont was known for being a good boxer. And I thought that Errol Spence outboxed Lamont Peterson. I don't know why that's giving me an issue, but you feel me? So there's no doubt that Errol Spence could box. And if you had to ask me, I think that's the approach he's coming in with tonight. I don't think Errol Spence is going to come in trying to bang it out with Danny Garcia. I think he's going to try to box him. I think he's going to try to box him from the outside. I think that he's going to try to utilize his jab. I think he's going to try to be a southpaw. I think that he's going to try to do those things first. And then if Danny Garcia can press and do the right, have the right game plan, he's going to force a fight out of Errol Spence. But this might be the first fight that I'm going to say Danny Garcia is going to have to come forward. Danny Garcia is normally known for being a counter puncher and normally known for, baiting guys in and hitting them with that left hook. But at the same time, if Errol decides to box him and stay on the outside and utilize his jab and utilize his southpaw skills, I think that Danny's going to have to come forward. And if Danny comes forward, does he get exposed? That's what I'm concerned about. Does Danny get exposed? Because for me, Danny Garcia don't box really good coming forward. He's more of a guy who comes back, catches you with a big shot, you know what I'm saying, and kind of lets you fall into his shots. If he's the one pressing forward, I feel like he can get actually outboxed, clearly. So this is a very, very interesting fight. But if Errol Spence comes in trying to prove a point, and he comes in real aggressive, he plays right into Danny Garcia. He plays right into that big power left hook he likes to throw. And as a southpaw, you're coming in with that jab, you're exposed for that left hook from a right-handed fighter. So you have to understand that Danny has a lot of opportunities in this fight depending on the approach that Errol Spence brings. You feel me? So for me, this is a very, very interesting fight. I need you guys to let me know, who do you guys have winning? How do you guys have it? You know what I mean? Because I want to hear from the people, man. You know what I mean? Let's see. What's going on? What's going on, Kip Allen? Deshard, what's good? What's going on, guys? Yeah, this is a very interesting fight, guys. This is very interesting. I hope you guys are watching it, man. If you're watching the fight, let me know, man. You guys better be tuning in. This is the fight of the year. I mean, last week we had Mike Tyson, Roy Jones, two legends of the game. You know what I'm saying? Two legends of the game going at it. And you know what I'm saying? Despite what you thought about the fight, it was a fantastic card. I thought the undercards were good. I thought that even the main event with Roy Jones and Mike Tyson was epic to see. It was great to see them guys fight each other even past their prime and give a valid effort. But tonight, this is the fight. This is the fight right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see if I could bring somebody on here real quick who I know is excited about this fight. Let me see what's going on. If I can get somebody, a special guest. Not sure I could do it, but hold on. But yeah, people, talk to me. Let's see. Oh, we got Nate Vasquez in here. Nate Vasquez. You know what I want to do? You know what I want to do, man? I want to hear from Nate Vasquez. Yo, Nate, I need you to click this link. Nate. You know what I'm saying? And hop in here. Hop in here, guys. Hop in that right there. You know what I'm saying? Hop in here. But yeah, man, guys, who thinks Danny Garcia is going to win? Like, is there anybody in here who thinks, does anybody think Danny Garcia is going to win tonight? I mean, look, I'm not picking Danny Garcia, but I am saying that Danny Garcia got a hell of a shot. And if I'm being biased, because I am a little biased, I'm in the Philadelphia area. I rock with the Philadelphia fighters. You know what I'm saying? And I would love to see Danny win, you know what I mean, just for the culture of the East Coast, the Philadelphia fighters or whatnot. But, we all know that Errol Spence is just a different kind of an animal And if he comes 100%, you know what I'm saying? Can Danny handle that? I mean, I say he still has a great chance, but it's a 60-40, in my opinion, leaning toward Errol. I mean, you just have to go with what we've seen as of recent. We have to go with that. You feel me? You know, so I don't know, man. I don't know. Somebody said Errol Spence gets hurt for the first time ever. Okay. I compare Spence to Gerald McClellan, and I hope he doesn't take a big shot to result. Wow. I really think Danny Garcia got a shot. John Boy. Shop Open Production. Danny going win financially. That's about it. Okay, so you're saying this is just about the paper when it comes to Danny. Peace, coach. Spence versus Garcia pushing the division forward. Spence continue to walk down. Hold on. Spence continue to walk down and dip from Garcia's right hand. Garcia incorporate double jab. Salute to both fighters. Definitely a good fight. Maurice, yo, Jen, I mean, if okay, you guys are chopping it up with each other, man. This is an interesting fight, man. And for the record, I got a good friend of mine trying to extort me. You know what I'm saying? Trying to extort me the old-fashioned way, trying to say that we made a bet when I did not bet. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to bring him in here and see what his thoughts is. None other than the great world-class Eric Kelly. Eric Kelly, what's going on, baby?
Yo, what's going on, champ? You good?
I'm chilling, man. So, yo, we talking about Danny Garcia, Errol Spence, man, pre-fight. I was just telling the people my thoughts on it. You know, I feel that Danny Garcia, you know, Danny Garcia is a hell of a fighter. Got a hell of a punch. He has a hell of a chance in this fight. But if you had to say who's the better fighter, you know, I have to say this is a 60-40 edge toward Errol Spence. I think that Errol Spence has proven that he's overall, you know, a guy who could box, a guy who could step forward. Okay, well, my boy just backed out. He'll probably be back. But like I was saying, we'll wait till Eric Kelly comes back before we chop it up. Let's keep talking real quick. I will never count Danny out. Oh, there we go. My boy's back. My boy is back. So, yo, Eric.
I hear you.
Okay, so I was just explaining to the people how, you know, Errol Spence is known for a guy who walks people down. But when you saw Errol, actually, I think we was together for this fight. When Errol Spence fought Lamont Peterson, he showed that he could box. And when he fought Mikey Garcia, he showed that he could box. And I think that his approach in this fight with Danny Garcia, I think he's going to actually try to stay behind his jab. He got the longer reach. I think he's actually going to try to box Danny Garcia. I don't see him actually doing what people are known for him doing, which is walk people down. And if he did do that, I think that's not the right approach, considering we don't know how he could take a shot after this bad accident. What's your thoughts on the fight? How do you see it? I can't hear you.
Get you going right now.
There you go. Now we can hear you. Can't hear you again.
Can't hear me now?
Now I can hear you. Whatever you're doing, you're knocking out the value.
I think that Errol Spence is gonna box him, like you said. I don't think that Errol Spence is gonna want to trade or do anything like that, because Danny Garcia is a dangerous puncher. We know that. But we also know this. Danny Garcia got his. Earl is a big 47. There's weight classes for a reason. We can't hold Danny Garcia so high.
Can you say that again? Because it chopped out a little bit.
I said we are holding Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia got his claim to fame for what he did at 140, right?
Facts.
So at 147, that's a whole nother animal. Errol Spence is a big 147. Who has Danny Garcia beat at 147?
Nobody.
That power, will that power transfer? What weight did Danny Garcia fight? Well, he lost to Sean Porter, he lost to Keith Thurman.
Razor thin, but he did lose.
Yeah. When he fought Robert Guerrero, that was 40, right?
Good question. So.
Meanwhile, it's Robert Guerrero. Guerrero was a lightweight, probably was 47. So I'm gonna say 47. We can't hold Danny Garcia so high for what he did at 47. Errol Spence, at 40. Errol Spence is a big 47. Errol Spence, a guy that can do 54-60. You understand what I'm saying? There's weight classes for a reason. Neither one of these guys are very elusive or good with their feet. Errol Spence has proven to be a little bit more good on his feet than Danny Garcia.
I agree.
But they're too flat for the guys that like to catch you.
So do you think at some point this is going to end up in a firefight?
It may later. Danny Garcia don't throw that many punches.
That's true. So if you looking at the fight, it really everything leans toward Errol Spence except for the fact of the car accident. That's the only thing.
It's all about health. It's all about health. Everyone's worried about Errol Spence's health. I am too. I just listened to the interview of him. His voice sounds a little bit slower.
Now, also, they talk about Errol Spence in between fights. He had kind of I don't know his personal life, so I don't want to talk about it, but they say that he blew up in weight a little bit in between fights. He kind of liked to indulge in a little bit of a good time, having some alcohol. Do you think that that's going to affect him as well, considering the fluctuation of having to cut all that weight again with the car accident, with the lack of sparring, etc.?
No. Because COVID-19 gave motherfuckers nothing to do but train. It ain't like he could be clubbing and partying and traveling like he normally would do, where he ballooned up to 180 pounds. It's a different environment. You understand what I'm saying? So those distractions, I'm not gonna say they were minimal. If it was matter of fact, he learned from the accident not to do no shit like that. If the accident wasn't a wake-up call, then what was? You understand? You feel me? So what do you think? Your shit froze, Anthony.
There we go.
Yo, Anthony, you froze.
Now I'm back. Can you see me?
You froze, Anthony. I see you.
Okay, we back. Yeah, well,
I see you.
Okay, can you hear me now? We on key?
I see you.
But can you hear me?
I see you.
All right, bet.
I hear you.
All right, so yeah, when we saw Errol Spence fight Sean Porter, let's talk about that real quick, because leading up to that fight, Errol Spence was the boogeyman. I said, let's talk about when Errol Spence fought Sean Porter.
Yeah.
Now, leading up to that fight, he was the boogeyman. He was airing people out.
He was a killer.
When he went into that fight, if you looked at his body, he looked drained. He didn't look like a strong guy that night. He looked like a guy who was drained. Also, he didn't look like the boogeyman by any means. He looked like a human being in that fight.
Well, that was the most dangerous fight he ever had.
Right. So that's
of course he's not gonna look like a boogeyman. He'd never been in a fight that caliber.
But I'm saying,
say what?
My point is his body. He looked like he was already having issues coming down on 147, even at that point, before the accident.
I don't know about that. And honestly, I think if he was having problems coming down to 47, you don't want to have problems making weight, then have to fight Sean Porter. and to drop Sean Porter. So I don't think, I mean, if he did, if it was a little bit difficult, I don't think it was all that like crazy difficult. Like he shit, the first time he stepped on the scale, he was good. He didn't have to get back on the scale, did he?
Not that I know of. I don't
Sean
remember.
Porter is not the guy you fight when you're having weight issues.
Right.
Sean Porter is not the guy to fight. If you have a weight problem, stay the fuck away from Porter.
Right, right.
Because he's gonna bring it out you.
Right.
So I think we know Errol like to have a good time. I done been out with him. I like the motherfucker. I like the motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? But I think that weight classes are for a reason. Danny Garcia did what he did at 135, 140. I think that Errol Spence is a big 47 or 54. I think that this accident could have been, if Danny wins, it's because the accident took a lot out of Errol. Danny's not gonna win because he's better than Errol.
Is Danny in a lose-lose here? Because if he wins, we're gonna blame it on the accident.
Danny's not in the lose-lose win. He's not in the lose-lose. The reason being because, first of all, he's a 40. Second of all, nigga, you took the fucking fight. You understand what I'm saying? And he hasn't beat no one at 47.
So if he beats Errol Spence, does he get credit?
Yep, especially from me. And if Errol Spence beat him, Errol Spence might be number one pound for pound.
You put him over Terrence Crawford?
I don't think he could beat Crawford, but if he beat Danny Garcia tonight, then I think that he goes over Crawford in the pound for pound, because then he got that name on his resume. I'm looking at Sean Porter on his resume. I'm looking at Lamont Peterson. I'm looking at possibly Danny Garcia. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at motherfuckers like Chris Algieri on his resume. You know what I'm saying? So he got a fan friendly resume, because fans like the names, right? So he got a fan friendly resume.
So in your opinion, right now, who's number one pound for pound?
Today?
Correct, today.
Bud.
You think Bud's the number one pound for pound?
If not Bud, Teo.
You think Teofimo or Bud's number one pound for pound?
You know what? I'm not gonna put Teo so high. I might put Teo in the top 3 though.
How did you feel about Teofimo Lopez? And we never talked about this. How did you feel about that? Because I know you. For the people who don't know, Eric Kelly was a highly, highly touted amateur fighter. And I know that you always look at the amateur background of a professional, considering your long background as an amateur fighter. Yeah. How do you feel about a guy like Teofimo Lopez, who beat a guy like Lomachenko, who had such an extensive amateur career? When you saw that, how did that make you feel? And what does that make you feel about, the amateur pedigrees being highly, highly regarded over just really good professional boxers? What is your opinion on that?
I thought that first of all, Lomachenko, one of the greatest amateurs, if not the greatest amateur of all time, but only one loss in 396 wins, right?
Maybe.
2 gold medals. You know what I'm saying? I thought Lomachenko was gonna win. I thought Lomachenko was gonna outbox him, make him. And to be honest with you, Teo shook up the world. But let me tell you something. You want to know what's ironic? See, the thing with Teo got that speed, he got that power, and he got the fast twitch muscles. You know what I'm saying? And if he catch with some of that shit, it can hurt. In the amateurs, you got 4 2-minute rounds. You understand what I'm saying? Headgears, t-shirts. And the pros, you don't got that shit. You feel me? So you don't got that luxury. And the pros go for, and the pros want to see the power shots. You feel me? And that's all a motherfucker like Teo throw. So that made him dangerous off rip. But you want to know some weird shit? Lomachenko hurt Teo more than Teo hurt Lomachenko.
I agree.
Teo never had Lomachenko hurt as bad as Lomachenko had Teo hurt.
I feel like Teofimo was.
It took a long time. It took a while. It took too long. It took too long for Tio to start showing for getting that muscle fatigue where he stopped being as fast and powerful with his punches. It took a little while. You know what I'm saying? So Lomachenko ain't jump on the nigga till like 8, maybe late 7, 8, 10 around 10, 11. Yeah, Tio fucked up.
I mean, I had to fight a draw at the end of it. How about you?
Nah, I had Tio by shit. I had Tio by like 2 rounds.
Really?
And I wanted Loma to win. Tio shook the world up, man. Lomachenko had Tio hurt more than Tio had Lomachenko hurt.
Right.
We never saw Tio show weakness like that. If anybody was exposed, who was it? It was Tio.
Right.
If
they was to rematch, how do you got that fight going?
Tio.
Because when you saw in the 12th round when Loma tried to, keep doing what he was doing, Tio hurt him again. So my question is, if Loma started that a little sooner, he might have got dropped a little sooner.
Yeah. But Tio won that 12th round.
Right.
Tio won that 12th round, but Loma did touch him. You know what I'm saying? Lomachenko different, man.
So let's talk about another thing we ain't talked about. I ain't caught up with you in a minute. What you thought about the 2 legends last week?
It was what it was. Roy Jones won. Roy Jones, my second favorite fighter of all time. Roy Jones, if I had to count it up by career, Roy Jones had a better career than Mike, of course. Look what Roy did. You feel me? But his weight class is for a reason. I'm glad Roy Jones was able to get another big payday. I'm glad Mike was able to get another big payday. Snoop Dogg killed it, not with the commentating, but the performance. Snoop Dogg performance, that shit was amazing. You understand what I'm saying? That was the best part of it. But in terms of the fight, I don't mind seeing Tyson keep doing that. But you know what? That shit is a slippery slope. You can open the doors for a lot of other old former champions to come back, but their brains ain't necessarily in the condition as it should be.
Right, because I see them talking about Evander Holyfield fighting Mike in the ring. I don't like how Evander looks at this stage of his life to go back into.
I don't like it neither.
Yeah.
Buster Douglas want to fight again. I don't know if Buster Douglas got no problems neurological, but nigga only heard from you since 91. Fuck is you doing?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Jake Paul fucking sealed the show. Jake Paul knocked out Nate Robinson. That was the highlight of the event.
What do you think about Jake Paul's boxing skills? Because he's getting a lot of hate from a lot of boxers, but what do you personally feel about what you're seeing from Jake Paul as far as his progression and as far as how he's performing?
I ain't mad at him. Do your thing, Jake Paul. Just don't be disrespecting no boxers out here. Because I know some little niggas out here in the Golden Gloves how to wash you. And they not your size. I know a couple motherfuckers around here, 165, Golden Glove champs that'll wash you, Jake. Easy. Literally, I'm telling you, the guys have the truth.
What do you think happened if he fought Conor McGregor? He's been calling out Conor McGregor like crazy. What do you think if they was to fight? Do you think he's got a legitimate chance?
In boxing, yeah, he way bigger than Conor. Conor 150-something pounds. Jake Paul 200-something pounds.
Right, but do you think Jake Paul got the ring experience to be able to deal with a guy like Conor? Conor, yes, he's an MMA fighter, but he does have more ring experience, real fight experience.
Yeah, he got it. I mean, if it's boxing, he got it. I don't know what's gonna happen on the tie-up when they get tied up in the clinch. I don't know what's gonna happen in the clinch. But
you think Jake will win?
Say what?
You think Jake could beat Conor McGregor?
No, I don't think he could beat him, but I think in the boxing match.
So that means you think highly enough about Jake that you think he can actually beat some guys, just maybe not the best guys.
Not even that shit. Like I said, it ain't the best guys, the average guys. He can't beat the average motherfuckers. Jake Paul can't beat the average motherfuckers. The reason why I'm giving him that over Conor is because he way bigger than Conor. And he younger. That motherfucker got Conor about 30, 40 pounds.
Right.
That's different. You feel me? The motherfucker young. You understand? He won't fight Dylan Dennis. Dylan Dennis will beat his ass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Jake ain't gonna fight Dylan. Dylan Dennis calling that motherfucker out. I got a couple of my rapper friends. I'm like, yo, what we doing? What we doing? What you trying to do? Them niggas put them niggas replied to me, LOL.
Yo, that might be a perfect lane for you to train up one of these rappers though to beat up Jake.
But them don't want that smoke.
Right.
The niggas don't want that smoke. Them niggas is rappers. There's a difference between a rapper and a fighter. You know how you be good at being a fighter? Motherfucker, let me tell you what niggas do. Motherfuckers rap and play ball. How many people you know rap and play ball? 1 million, right?
Right.
That you grew up with.
Right.
How many niggas you know grew up with in your hood? How many niggas you know fight?
Yeah, not that many.
Exactly. It's a different animal. You know how you get good at rapping and playing ball? How do you get good?
Just doing it all the time.
You think them niggas gonna go to the gym and get an ass whooping every day?
Right.
You think
that's
niggas
why
want to do that?
That's
Niggas
why
rather go play ball and rap every day than go to the gym and take an ass whooping every day.
But you know what's crazy? Like, that was the fun part for me. That's what got me into boxing. The first time I got into boxing, I thought I could fight. I got my ass beat. And I was like, yo, I got to learn this shit. I can't have niggas being able to fuck me up.
Motherfuckers' pride and egos are different. That's what that is. These niggas want to be the talk of the town. They want to go to talk in the neighborhood, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be getting clowned, leave school, go to the gym, get fucked up. Nah, they want to leave school, go to the court and play ball. It's a different animal, man.
Right.
You gotta let me tell you something. Every day, when you're a fighter, every day you gotta look forward to an ass whooping. You just don't know who you're gonna do it. Who gonna do it? When I wake up in the morning, when I was a kid, I wake up in the morning, I said, damn, I wonder who gonna fuck me up today. No, for real. I put it on my moms. I put it on my mother. I put it on my father. I put it on my children. It's a different level.
All right.
You know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen. Because that's what you're doing. You practicing, right? You practicing boxing. You here to fight. So every day you have to look forward to an ass whooping. Who gonna put their foot on my ass a day? Every day you don't know where that ass whooping gonna come from.
Facts.
It's a whole nother fucking level. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you how my shit went. Remember, I'm from Florida. I was a new kid on the block. I go outside, play with the kids. You know, I live right across the street from the park. You've been to my crib. And niggas, you know, the kids in the neighborhood, they kick my ass. I go to school. I talk different. My swag different. I dress different. I'm the new kid in the school. They kick my ass.
So you moved, how old were you when you moved from Florida to New York?
Like 7 or 8.
Okay.
And then when I leave school, go to the gym, got fucked up in the gym.
Right.
So there was an ass whooping around every corner.
Right.
Every day I look forward to getting fucked up.
Right.
Don't mention me in no more of your fucking stories. Or you gonna be one of them ass whoopers I'm referring to.
You gonna be one of them
niggas don't understand how this shit goes. Say what?
I said, you're going to be saying, don't do that because you're going to be saying to yourself, damn, when Coach Anthony won't whip my ass. Same
Yeah, right.
back in the day.
Anthony, you don't understand how it go. You don't understand how it go. Every day, a motherfucker got to look forward to getting fucked up when you're a fighter. These niggas is rappers. These niggas play ball.
Now, some of these rappers, not all, because we know there's a huge percentage of these rappers that don't live what they rap about, but there are a few. There are a few who really do live that life. As you can see, some of these guys are getting locked up. These guys are getting charges. Guys who come from that era. Oh, hold on. I can't see you blacked out, Eric.
I'm here.
Them rappers who were really built like that, who came from that tough struggle, who just decided that they're gonna rap to get out the hood. Those guys, in my opinion, have the cloth, and if I'm gonna use the right word, that if they was to transfer that into a gym, they can actually be okay at boxing because they got the heart, they got all that. It's just that they choose to, use weapons or whatever it may be. You know what I'm trying to say?
I don't believe it. Let me tell you something. The gym was there. Why the fuck they ain't go to the gym?
What if they wasn't interested in boxing? What if they just didn't like it?
But listen, that's bullshit. Why you think I train all these motherfuckers?
Okay,
these niggas tell me all the time. These niggas be like, yo, I fucking love boxing. Always wanted to be a boxer. Nigga, I know where you come from. And nigga, boxing was there. Matter of fact, I know the coach that was in the city where you come from. Why you ain't do it? Don't give me that. Boxing was there. These niggas know. But the thing is, you got to get it every day. You got to look forward to getting fucked up every day. Who you know want to get fucked up every day? Every day? I got fucked up Monday, Tuesday. I sparred 3 times this week. Niggas watched me 3 times this week. I still ain't got it. I'm still having headaches from the ass whooping I got on Thursday. Now I got to spar Friday too.
Right.
Lip got busted Thursday.
Yeah, that's the part of the game that they don't. That's the part.
These niggas was in this. These niggas go, and you know what? You know how much studio time costs?
Like 50 an hour, 100 an hour, shit like that.
That's a gym membership for a month. Tell me why the flight. Think about it, my nigga.
Right.
Boxing was the way cheaper option.
Yeah, but the much harder road.
Because every day you came to the gym, I used to walk in the gym. Coach wasn't even my motherfucking trainer. You're like, yo, Kelly, you smart today. I'm like, nigga, you're not even my coach. How the fuck you gonna tell me? like, yo. And you know what? He was right. My coach said, get your headgear. Go get chain, jump rope, get your headgear. We spawned today. Like, oh my God. Every fucking day. Then you got to make weight. You got to go jogging. You can't be fucking. You can't be out partying. These niggas is local rappers. They drop a mixtape. They might get to go to the club, perform it. Fighter can't go to no fucking club.
Right.
You gotta go to the gym and you gotta go to bed. And in the morning, guess what? You gotta go jog. Oh, it's fucking -2. So what, nigga? Run. Give me my 3 miles. Put an extra hoodie on or whatever, and do your road work. We're gonna check your weight when you get back to the gym.
I remember when I boxed in Florida, I fought in the Golden Gloves, and me and my friends and everybody, we made a plan that after I win the gloves, that we was all gonna go to Miami, we was gonna celebrate and party. Well, I had fought, you know what I'm saying? After the fight, I was like, man, I just want to go home. I got a motherfucking headache. I don't want to go to no club. I don't want to go nowhere. Like, it was like my night was over. You feel what I'm saying? And I was quick that there ain't no partying after the fights. You know, people think like, oh yeah,
ain't no fucking nigga. You got a headache. Your lip might be busted. Your nose might be busted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you won, you got to fight in a couple days.
Right.
And if you lost, and if you took an L, you don't want to go to the club. Your feelings hurt.
Shit might be more than just your feelings.
A bitch that's in the club probably was at the fight.
Right.
What, you gonna get the ice on the bar and just hold it on your eye all night? Fuck no.
And I can't tell you how many times that's happened at the pro fights. Even when I go with the fighters like Tevin and Hank and all that, and even fights that Tevin won, like we already in our mind after the fight we're gonna celebrate. After the fight, Tev don't want to celebrate. Tev want to go back to the hotel. He want to relax.
I'm tired, my nigga. Like I know I won. I know I got the belt. I probably just made $3 million. Man, fuck that $3 million. I get to that tomorrow. I'm tired, my nigga. Like I'm tired.
It's crazy.
I'm tired. You tired? Ain't nobody trying to do that shit. You tired as fuck. Niggas is on your phone all night. Your moms, your pops, your cousins, your siblings, your friends. Niggas blowing up your phone all night. You dubbing mad calls. Like, you ain't got the energy to talk to all these motherfuckers. You might talk to a couple. You might talk to your moms and somebody else. But you ain't talking to them. You know what I'm saying? And you damn sure don't want to be at a club. If a nigga don't want to be on the phone call, he damn sure don't want to be at no club.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is how it goes.
Is there anybody else on the card tonight that's worth mentioning? I don't even know the card tonight.
I don't even know the card tonight. I'm in Coach Anthony's shoes.
I don't know the card. I only know the main event. If anybody drop it in the comments, man. Let me see if there's anybody else worth watching, man. But yeah, that's the part of boxing, Eric, that people don't know. People only see the Floyd Mayweather glitz and the glamour and the big house and the big cars, and they don't know the ugly part of the game. They only see the heavy bag. They only see the mitts. They don't talk about the broken ribs, the messed up jaw, the busted lips, the headaches, the
shit about Floyd and the shit about Floyd. Floyd don't even do that. Floyd do that for the cameras because that's his persona that he got to do. But niggas also got to know this. Floyd don't drink. Floyd don't smoke. Floyd leave the club. When Floyd leave the club, he go to the car. He change his clothes and he jog to the gym. He jog to the gym. 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. He call his team, open the gym. He get that workout in.
You ever had any tournaments with Floyd Mayweather when you was coming up?
Nah, Floyd was with 96. I was with 2000. So
you was right after him. Okay.
Yeah, I was right after him. But my trainer, Al Mitchell, was the 96 Olympic coach. So he coached Floyd in the Olympics and shit like that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And I've been around Floyd a couple times, probably like 3 times. Yeah, I've been to a few of his fights, so I've been around him probably about 3 times, maybe 4, but I say 3. So I seen how some shit go, and I know niggas that be with him all the time, and yo, this is how we do it. My guy Saku Powell went to camp with him because Saku Powell was sparring Floyd when Floyd had to fight Robert Guerrero for the Southpaw work. You understand? So he was out there. So he was out there in camp with Floyd for that time during that fight, and he like, yo, nobody do it like this nigga, son. He not the best boxer, but nobody work like this nigga. And I know he not the best boxer. I done seen niggas could box better than him. But who the fuck work like him?
Who boxes better than Floyd? Give me a name.
Period.
Yeah, like who's got a better skill set than Floyd that we can say we witnessed?
You want to know, like Audio Society, you want to know whose skill set I love?
Who's that?
I thought probably had a skill set a little better than Floyd. You wouldn't believe this shit when I say it. Sergio Martinez.
Oh, hell nah. I gotta disagree with you, man. even though Martinez has some stuff. Come on, man. We talking
the only thing he didn't have on Floyd. The only thing he didn't have on Floyd was defense.
That's 50% of boxing.
Well, that's a lot of it. That's a lot of it. But Martinez had that speed, that power, that swagger. I like how Martinez did it. I'm gonna tell you who else had a better skill set than Floyd.
Who's that?
Zab Judah.
That's up for debate, but Zab has some stuff. Zab has some real stuff.
I was a big Sergio fan, huge Sergio fan. But Zab Judah had a better skill set than Floyd. Zab Judah just to have the mentalist Floyd, the workhorses Floyd. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? And you want to know what? And you want to know what? And you want to know what? He didn't have the defenses Floyd because he didn't have the mentalist Floyd. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, that's my point. When you say better
mental determine that.
When you say better skill set, I think you're saying more power, more speed, or more explosiveness.
I'm talking about more elusive. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Pernell Whitaker better skill set than Floyd.
Even that's hard for me to say. He's better at certain things than Floyd, but we're talking about a whole
skill set.
Because look, Eric, before we take away Floyd Mayweather,
skill set.
Floyd could box in circles. He could fight in the pocket. He had great legs. Pernell Whitaker had his legs weren't as good as Floyd.
Pernell Whitaker had marvelous legs.
No, he had good legs, but Floyd got Olympic level legs, like where it's like he can circle around you and get away from
me. What the fuck you mean Olympic level legs? Pernell Whitaker is Olympic gold medalist.
No. I understand what you're saying, but
what you mean Olympic level legs?
When I'm trying to say
the gold medalists don't got better Olympic level legs than the bronze medalists.
What makes Floyd Mayweather? What makes Pernell Whitaker's legs better than Floyd?
I'm just saying. I'm not saying his legs was better. You said that. I said what make him not have Olympic level legs. Don't switch this shit up. You said better. I didn't say better. I'm gonna say Pernell had legs too.
Okay.
This is good if he need them, but he had a different style.
He did have a different style.
That's what I'm talking about. So you don't gotta. Listen. If you don't got that style, then you don't need that. But you got it. That's in your arsenal. If I gotta pause it out here, I could do this too. Oh shit! Now you surprised. Olympic level legs. This motherfucker was the gold medalist. Floyd was the bronze medalist. What are you talking about? That didn't even make sense. Now let me tell you something else. Now let me say what? Now let me tell you something else. Pernell Whitaker was standing right in front of you. Pernell Whitaker's defense was so fucking sharp and pinpoint. Those Olympic level legs that you talking about, he was standing right in front of you with him.
But he get hit more than Floyd.
He got hit more than Floyd because he didn't move. When he moved,
there's three ways.
Sidestep.
There's three forms of defense. Head movement.
Fact, you know what? I can't say he got hit more than Floyd.
He got hit more than Floyd.
Way more than we seen
Floyd barely got hit.
We seen Floyd Rock. Listen. Let me school you. Let me school you again.
You can name him on one hand.
Cotto would have never touched Pernell like he touched Floyd. Shane Mosley fucking had Floyd on Queer Street. We never seen Pern on Queer Street.
That was one shot.
No, that was two shots. We never seen Floyd on Queer. The first shot, he hit Floyd. Floyd grabbed his right hand and held on for dear life. The second time, Floyd lost his knees. That was two shots, nigga, not one. Now, Zab Judah caught Floyd with a little check up back, caught him off, you know what I'm saying? Zab Judah did that. DeMarcus Corley had Floyd on Queer Street too. Don't forget what Chop Chop did. Chop Chop had Floyd on Queer Street too. Only time we see Pern on Queer Street, and we know Pern had drug issues. We know Pern was a street nigga. You know that. The only time we see Pern on Queer Street, And we didn't even see him on Queer Street. But when he fought Trinidad, he was kept up and dropping down off balance, get right back up against Felix Trinidad. Pernell Whitaker stand right in front of you.
With Trinidad. We can't count that.
Pernell Whitaker stand, yeah, exactly. You're right. Pernell Whitaker stand right in front of you.
No doubt. No doubt.
And guess what? And we talk about skill set, right? Floyd didn't touch the body like Pernell Whitaker. Floyd didn't touch the body like Pernell Whitaker. I'm not saying Pernell better than Floyd. I'm not saying Floyd better than Pernell.
Well, you said we talking about skill set. You said Pernell had a better skill set than Floyd.
I'm not saying he's a better fighter. I'm not saying if he fought that Pernell will win or that Floyd will win. But I'll tell you one thing. Pernell Whitaker, better skill set. Because the motherfucker with the better skills don't always win the fight. George Foreman, the motherfucker with the better skills don't. Look at what Preston Naseem Hamed did. The motherfucker with the better skills don't always win the fight. But take Pernell Whitaker, and Pernell Whitaker didn't have an ounce of the power Floyd had. Pernell Whitaker only had 17 stoppages.
Yeah, but
who did Pernell stop at the top?
What weights did Pernell fight at, though, his whole career?
Huh?
What weights did Pernell start at?
Same as Floyd. Pernell, lightweight. Remember, he beat the Zuma Nelson.
Right.
Lightweight, 40, 47, 54. Pernell, 4-5 division champ.
When I see Pernell Whitaker and I see Floyd Mayweather, I just feel like Floyd Mayweather utilized more skills than Pernell.
The reason being is because I'm telling you right now. The reason being is because Floyd Mayweather would get on his toes. Pernell Whitaker did that shit right in front of you, like turn around, pull your fucking pants. The nigga turned around and pull my man pants down. Pernell Whitaker played with Roger Mayweather.
Right.
Pernell played with Roger Mayweather right in front of this nigga. Roger Mayweather was two-time champ of the world. Yeah. Roger Mayweather had a dangerous right hand. He was knocking niggas out. Pernell played with Roger.
Right.
Pernell played with Roger, blowing kisses at the nigga during the fight. Right in front of the nigga. Oh. Pernell Whitaker would get low like he was fucking twerking or some shit. Right in front of you, get low, then hit, and then be on the side of you. Do a little shimmy with his shoulders. Smile.
Oh yeah, when it the craftiness, he was far more crafty for sure.
You see that. But listen, you know what that is? That's not. You know what's in that craftiness? Timing.
Right.
Ring IQ. Ring generalship. Timing. Ring IQ. Ring generalship.
Right.
Tie all that shit in.
But it's like
wrong.
Go ahead.
Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of ring generalship and moving too. It's a lot of ring generalship and doing that. Pernell Whitaker did that when he had to. Pernell Whitaker was fucked up on the drugs. Floyd, listen. No one lives a cleaner life than Floyd. No one partied harder than Pernell Whitaker. Take that in consideration.
Right.
Look what Pernell Whitaker did with his lifestyle. With his lifestyle, with Pernell Whitaker's lifestyle, look at the heights he was able to climb.
Yeah.
Floyd lived the cleanest lifestyle in the world. Look at the heights he was able to climb. He right there with Pern.
Right. I mean, look, I can never take nothing away from Pernell Whitaker. He's a GOAT. He's
right there with Pern.
But when we talk about Floyd Mayweather, we gotta just look at a man who utilizes all the skills of boxing, not just one to the max. He utilizes it all: footwork, combinations, a good jab, good upper body movement, good defensive pocket, dropping down, pivoting away from shots, counter punches. So when we talk about skill set, we're talking about a guy who uses everything, has been hurt, has shown how to tie up and get himself out of problems when he's hurt, has beat more world champions than anybody else, who was beating up guys like Frankie Randall in the gym when Frankie Randall just beat Julio Cesar Chavez at 16 years old. We're talking about Floyd Mayweather. We're talking about one of the best that ever did it. It's hard for me to say that just because you're better at one thing, that you're a better skilled fighter than Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather did it all.
I'm not going to say one thing. I'm going to say more than one thing. Pernell Whitaker, I'm going to say more than one thing. And you want to know what that is?
Go ahead.
Pernell Whitaker was better with the body, a better body puncher than Floyd Mayweather. Pernell Whitaker lived in the body. You understand what I'm saying? Not just defense. Do you think Floyd Mayweather was a better jabber than Pernell Whitaker?
At 130, arguably.
Nah. I mean, that's you, but nah.
Floyd took his jab away as he got older, but as a young Floyd, he was.
Pernell Whitaker, well, we're going to go to Pernell Whitaker at 132. How the fuck you think Pernell Whitaker kept Azuma Nelson off? He wasn't no puncher. Floyd was a puncher at 30. Pernell wasn't no puncher. Floyd was a puncher at 35. Floyd was a puncher all the way up to 47. Pernell wasn't no fucking puncher ever. How you think he kept Azuma Nelson off? Jab, motherfucker, and body shots. Jab and body shot.
Same way Floyd kept Corrales off.
Moving. He kept Corrales off with his feet.
He out-jabbed the taller guy, too.
But he kept Corrales off with his feet. He kept Corrales off with his feet. He would feint and come in for the hook. Corrales was not a tall guy that used his height. Corrales was a tall guy that fought like he was 5'6". That's what Diego Corrales was. Corrales wasn't a tall guy that used his height. He wasn't that. Corrales' arms are short. Look at the reach. Corrales wasn't a tall guy that used his height. I beat Corrales' brother. I met Corrales a few times. I beat his brother in the Nationals in Colorado named Darrell Woods. I beat him in 98. Never forget. Corrales was at the fight. And he dapped me up, hugged me after the fight. Good fight. You understand? Corrales. Nah, you tripping. You tripping.
Who did Floyd Mayweather beat for the world title again?
Who?
Who did Floyd beat for the world title again? A Mexican guy. I forgot his name. Gennaro Hernandez. You remember that fight? How Floyd utilized the jab in that fight?
Yeah. He was too fast for Gennaro. Too accurate, and he didn't necessarily have to box Gennaro. He had to take it to Gennaro. He stopped Gennaro in the 8th round, but broke Gennaro's nose. Gennaro said no mas. Because who was the first person to beat Gennaro Hernandez? I helped you out, Oscar De La Hoya.
Okay.
And same thing. Stopped in the same way. Broke nose. Gennaro only lost to Oscar and Floyd. Those are only 2 losses. I think Gennaro was a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he retired. Yeah, I think he retired after that.
Yeah, after that, Floyd retired. Those is only 2 losses. After he lost to Oscar, he won the belt back again. Then he lost to Floyd in 98. Floyd Money Mayweather. Amazing fighter. One of the top 5 of all time. Maybe 3. I don't know. I'm going to say 5.
It's hard. It's so hard, man. When you start going down the list, man, you start seeing guys that you be like, wow, there was so many good fighters over the years.
You can't name it. And my list ain't consistent. My list gonna be different tomorrow.
Right.
Your list gonna be different tomorrow.
It's crazy, especially as you dig.
Let me tell you something. Pernell Whitaker stayed in front of you and let you get tired, wasting punches trying to hit him. You know what that is? That's timing. That's accuracy. That's hand, eye, and foot coordination. You understand what I'm saying? That's ring generalship. That's balance. Pernell Whitaker did all that shit right in front of you. Pernell Whitaker lived the crazy life. He was a rock star. He partied too much. Floyd Mayweather, no one lives a more disciplined life than Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather, Pope Francis don't even live as clean as Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather lived clean like a motherfucker. Pernell Whitaker was a fucking rock star, nigga.
So how do you feel about James Toney then?
James Toney was a fucking rock star, nigga.
As far as legacy goes, if we're going off of those accolades, a guy who can stand in front of you and do everything, where does James Toney rank up in the middleweight division?
He didn't do it.
He was just a little bit heavier.
He didn't do it enough. Tony didn't do it enough. I'm sorry. Tony didn't do it enough. Tony didn't do it enough. He knocked out Michael Nunn. He was losing that fight. Knocked out Michael Nunn in the 11th round. Michael Nunn was a bad motherfucker. Michael Nunn, beautiful. He knocked out Michael Nunn in the 11th round. Tony then he beat Iran Barkley. Iran Barkley style tailor-made. Iran Barkley was a bruiser.
It was one of his best performances, if not his best.
Yeah, probably his best. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? James Toney was the same. James Toney was a fucking rock star too, man. Why you think his weight was so crazy?
He could do whatever he wanted to and still win.
Like, James Toney would get in the ring now and fuck me up. Yeah. I wouldn't spar James Toney right now. I walk in the gym like, yo, glove up. Nope, I'm good. Fuck out of here. James Toney dissing. But James Toney, Floyd, all them, you know who the crew was that grew up together? James Toney, Floyd Mayweather, and who else? This nigga was bad. But you know what? He missed it. He missed it. Buster Mathis Jr.
Oh, yeah. Buster Mathis, yeah.
Floyd, James, and Buster Mathis Jr.
He had some stuff, too.
Nigga, nice. He ran, but he didn't have that pop. And he ran into Tyson. You don't run into Tyson when you don't got no pop, my nigga.
He was doing some stuff on Tyson, too. If I recall, right? He was actually slipping and sliding a little bit, too, in Tyson.
Yeah, he was. He was doing this thing. But he ain't had no pop. And Tyson got an IQ too. Tyson's a student of the game.
He looked the way he was slipping and turning on Roy, I was like, damn, that shit still works.
That's how he knocked Buster Mathis out. That same slip and turn, boop. That's what knocked Buster Mathis out.
Nobody does that shit like that.
Fast as fuck. Hand and foot speed, fast as fuck. Buster Mathis Jr., Floyd Mayweather, James Toney. That was the clique. That's Michigan. That's Grand Rapids right there. That's Grand Rapids, Michigan. That was the clique. So, and if you see all three of them, you see slick boxers with good body movement, right? That's what you see. Roger didn't have that. Roger just go to fucking kill you. Roger was a 1-2 nigga. You feel me? Roger had a mean right hand. His 1-2. And you know, Roger was tall and skinny. Buster Mathis, Floyd, and James Toney wasn't tall and skinny. Roger was tall and skinny. You feel me?
Right.
So, you know about tall, skinny fighters, Mark Breland, Tommy Hearns. They got a mean 1-2. So that's where Roger go. You know what I'm saying? Roger right there. Buster Mathis, Floyd, and James, they fight the same, man.
But a lot of tall fighters, a lot of those tall guys who was good with that right hand had trouble with guys who was real good at slipping and sliding.
Yeah, had trouble. That nigga get close to you and get right under you. Like Pernell fucking Whitaker.
Before we wrap this up, let me ask you this. You from New York City. you know, big boxing history in New York City.
Have my motherfucking money after the night, nigga. If you
Man,
don't have
stop
my,
that. Stop trying to
I will
export.
blow your fucking. I will blow. It's on boxing and MMA, nigga. I will turn that shit to a fucking TNT center and talk to me.
Name the top 5 boxing cities or states, whatever, in your order. Considering you got New York, Philly, Michigan, all these, like California. What's your top 5?
New York, number 1. I really can't put in order, but I do know New York number 1.
That's a big statement.
Fuck you mean it's a big statement?
A lot of people gonna say Michigan. People gonna say Philadelphia.
Man, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
New York's
Get
the big.
fuck out of here. Them niggas could be. They gonna fight for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can't fight for top. How the fuck Michigan and Philadelphia gonna fight New York for top? Tell me how. Let me hear this shit.
Smaller states, they smaller cities, and they was able to produce.
New York City got 30 million people.
That's the advantage.
But we talking about who produced the better fighters. That's what I'm talking about. It's no contest. We got too many people. We too deep. We're not talking about percentage. The smaller percentage goes to the smaller state. We're not talking about that. Michigan had Joe Louis, right? Right?
Yeah, isn't he? I thought he was originally from New York.
Nah, I don't know. We got you got to give Sugar Ray Robinson in New York.
Yeah, he from Harlem. That's right, Sugar Ray Robinson.
He from Detroit.
Who that?
Sugar Ray Robinson.
But he from Harlem though originally.
No. Michigan.
So Sugar Ray Robinson's from Michigan.
He started boxing in New York.
Oh, okay.
Golden Gloves, all that. His amateurs and shit was in New York.
So that means he's really like a New York fighter then, right?
If you started from the amateurs here, and you're a New York fighter. You learn how to wrap your hands where at, nigga. Okay. Where you got your first book at? Oh, okay. Yeah, you New York, nigga.
Right.
Mark Breland. Like, niggas don't even know who we got. Zab Judah. I can keep it recent with you niggas. Paul Maliaji, Marcus Brown. I don't even got to go back in the day. I don't got to go to Emil Griffith. I don't got to go to Howard Davis Jr. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't got to go all the way back. Like, what I'm going to do that for? You know what I mean? Niggas, Buddy McGirt. You know who Buddy McGirt is?
Of course.
Who the fuck is Mike Tyson?
Right.
Who Riddick Bowe?
Right.
Who Shannon Briggs? Who Kevin Kelly? What came on TV last night?
Macho.
Who the fuck is Hector Macho Camacho?
Right.
Come on. Now, what you got for Michigan? Talk to me. If you said Michigan number 1, talk to me. Let's go. And that's just a little bit. I ain't go to the black and white era.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I did go to the black and white era because I named Sugar Ray Robinson and I named Emil Griffin. But I can go deeper in the black and white era.
So how about Philadelphia? What is Philadelphia rank?
They in the top. They got Joe Frazier. They got David Reed. They got Tevin Farmer. They got my man Nick Miller.
Georgie Benton.
They got Georgie Benton. What's my man? Then Boogaloo Watts.
You got Bernard Hopkins, man.
Yeah, Bernard Hopkins. Then Boogaloo Watts win the world title. Then he beat who the fella? I forget the nigga name. Was it Willie the Worm? Who the fuck from Philly outboxed Marvin Hagler? The Philly nigga beat Hagler.
I thought Hagler was from Philly.
Harry Hagler at Boston.
Oh, he from Boston.
The Philly nigga beat Hagler.
Mm.
You got to throw Florida in there. Roy Jones. Nigga, come on. Roy Jones. That's all you got to say. You feel me?
Hold on. If you're going to say about Michigan, you're going to say Floyd Mayweather. That's all you got to say.
Got to say Floyd Mayweather.
James
Chocolate,
Tony.
Peter Quillen.
James Tony.
James Tony. New York got Danny Jacobs. New York got way too many people. I said Kevin Kelly. I said Junior Jones. I said Hector Macho Camacho. Like, New York got way too many people. We too fucking deep.
Yeah, a lot more people.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's like 12 million people in the city alone. So, and nah, we can't do boxing. Nah.
It's crazy because New York doesn't get considered of like when you hear Philadelphia, you automatically combine it with boxing. When you hear New York City, people who are in boxing know, but it doesn't necessarily kick out boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Because New York got too much shit to choose from.
Right.
It got too much shit to choose from. What the fuck else Philadelphia got to choose from? The Eagles? Donovan McNabb? Think about it. It's a different level. New York, Michigan, I respect all them states. You little state motherfuckers, get the fuck out of here. Y'all got amazing fighters. Y'all got a lot of amazing fighters. Do you know all the people from New York City? Do you know who the fuck Poison Junior Jones is? Junior Jones beat Orlando Canizales. Wow. Junior Jones beat Tom Boom Boom Johnson. Wow. Junior Jones beat so many legendary fucking fighters. Junior Jones beating Barrera, not Barrera out. Come on, son. Kevin Kelly did his thing. WBC champ. Go like, son. You can't. Paul Maliaggi, Danny Jacobs, motherfucking. Oh, you gotta give Kid Chocolate, Peter Quillen, the Grand Rapids too.
Oh, that's what. He not from New York originally.
Who? Nah, he from Grand Rapids.
Oh, okay. I thought he was from New York originally. Okay.
Grand Rapids nigga. I'm telling you, New York too deep, man. If you when you get off this live, do your homework and look at all the fighters from New York. You're gonna be like, you're gonna read till tomorrow morning, like, oh shit. This New York, you gonna be like, yo, that nigga from New York, like I forgot about him. Paul Maliaggi, 2-time champ of the world.
Yeah, with no punching power.
None.
No punching power.
Your wife hit harder than him.
Right. All right, E. Well, it's good talking to you, man. Tonight, big fight. I'll be talking to you afterwards. And no, I ain't giving you no bread, man, because I ain't bet on no damn Danny Garcia in 6, man.
Nigga, you said,
but if Danny win, I want my money.
You can't do that, nigga. You owe me $500. You betted me $500.
Shit. All right, y'all. We had yo, we had to kick Eric Kelly, man. That's my guy. You see, that dude right there, man. He's like a boxing connoisseur, man. That dude, he's like a historian. On top of the fact that he was a fantastic amateur fighter, he could have went professional, could have been a world champion, man. But sometimes life happens. But he's got it right here, man. So there's a lot of fun bringing on Eric Kelly. But good friend and good dude, by the way. Hell of a guy. But anyway, man, yeah, tonight, guys, make sure you guys tune into that fight. And guys, go to the website, Coach Anthony Boxing, man. As you can see, I've had this on here for the live this whole time, man. 50% off all my courses, basically for everybody who tune into this live. I'll have it. Basically, if you tune into this live, you're going to see the code. I'm not going to have the code on my website or anything promoting it anywhere else. So that code right now is for anybody who's paying attention you know what I'm saying, who sees the website, CoachAnthonyBoxing.com, and if you punch in CA Boxing 50, you'll get everything 50% off the markdown price. So all my stuff's already 50% off. You're going to get your stuff. On top of that, it's going to be like 75% off. That's strictly for y'all for tuning in to my live. That's my way of saying thank you for tuning in. I'm not promoting it on Instagram. I'm not promoting it on my website. I'm not doing none of those things. It's strictly for y'all. So take advantage of that. You know what I mean? Take a screenshot. It's going to be on there for you guys. And I'm going to probably hop on here tonight again after the fight, after the Danny Garcia fight, so we could talk about how the card went, how the fight went. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited about this, man. I ain't been this excited about a boxing match since last week. Damn, now that I think about it, and the week before that. You know what I mean? It's been good boxing all year, but this is the one. This is the boxing fans, this is the fight that the boxing fans really been looking forward to. If you're a diehard boxing fan, Danny Garcia versus Errol Spence is 100% the fight that you guys want to watch. Guys, I want to say thank you guys to everybody, who tuned in tonight. I'll be back on again, man, either after the fight or early tomorrow. I'm pretty sure it's going to be right after the fight. I'm going to keep everything set up so we can hop right back on here. And I'll probably bring on some more people, some more guests or whatever. And thank you guys so much for all your love and support, man. I'll see you guys later, man. All right, take care.